remember, save the cheerleader, save the world. Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of movie news. We had Cinemacon this past week and a bunch of other stuff, so we're gonna tackle all of that consolidated. I think we're gonna highlight the stuff that we kind of
for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's talk before we get to Cinemacon.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about a few things that happened. Heroes Reboot. Did you ever watch Heroes?
Okay, I did watch Heroes until there was so I watched Heroes. They had a weird, if I remember correctly, Heroes had a weird season thing happen.
So you had season 1, and then writer strike hit.
Yes.
And then season 2 ended up being like 8 episodes or something like that. Right?
Yeah. So I watched halfway through Heroes. I went back to go revisit it a couple of years ago. It is a really, I think the series had so much good potential.
Yeah.
I think that, I don't know if it was the looming writer strike or whatever, but it's just slow.
It's a slow burner for sure.
And I think part of it is like the anticipation of it was not made to be a series that you could have for now. I think a perfect example would be like, you compare this to like Suits. Mm-hmm. Suits didn't have a huge, it was well received, but it wasn't like people were like following it at the time.
Yeah.
People who loved it loved Suits. If you know, you know. But it came to Netflix and it got a huge boom because people were like, oh, binging Suits, and it's a good show to binge. Heroes is not a good show to binge.
No, it was though.
Now, I did watch Heroes Reborn.
That wasn't good. Was it good?
It was. I can't give it a good yes or no. I just remember thinking, they were trying.
Look, Tim Kring is coming back, who's the original showrunner and writer for this. Which also was for the Heroes what was it?
Reborn. I think.
I think it's too late for this.
I agree.
I think in the TV show environment that we live in now, I just don't think that you really have to do something very differently, because that first season was very slow. It was good. I really enjoyed it. Second season kind of, because of the writer's strike, struggled, and then the third, I think there's 3 or 4 seasons.
There's a couple seasons, but they just, the characters in them, I think the actors who played them did a pretty good job depicting their characters.
Yeah.
I think that they were trying to introduce good stuff. I think if they had done it now as a series, it would have been played better because they would have been writing for that. Mm-hmm. And they would probably take into account. But at the end of the day, I think you're 100% correct in the fact that this may be a little too late.
I'll watch the first episode. I'll see what it's like.
Yeah. Are you excited for it or are you not? Do you think they've missed the boat?
And remember, save the cheerleader, save the world. That's all I remember from that series. Let's talk the second bit of news. So after the success that was Barbie, Hasbro wants to do a Monopoly movie. Actually, here's a question for you. Without looking, does the Monopoly man have a monocle?
No, that's the Pringles guy.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Or are you thinking of the Peanuts guy?
I'm thinking of the Peanuts guy.
Margot Robbie's LuckyChap production company has been tapped to do Monopoly. Here's what the Lionsgate Motion Picture Group chair, Adam Fogelson, said. Quote, I cannot imagine a better production team for this beloved and iconic brand than LuckyChap. They are exceptional producers who choose their projects with great thought and care, enjoying Monopoly with a clear point of view. We are tremendously excited to be working with the entire LuckyChap team on what we all believe can be their next blockbuster. So this isn't like how Monopoly came to be. This is
just a Monopoly movie.
A Monopoly movie.
Like the Barbie, but like who knows how. Look,
I feel like this is going to be top of thought. They're going to get like Will Ferrell to be this like man who's on top of the world, okay? Yeah. Has all the money.
And he hits rock bottom.
He bankrupts and has to like rebuild. This is what they're going for.
Will there be a dog? And will it be talking? To me, this is just another. This is a stint, and we'll talk about this. Actually, no, we'll talk about it now. Let's jump to a little bit of news that I think needs to be roped into this. Huh? Let's jump down to the news on G.I. Joe and the G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover. Okay, we have two news with Transformers. We have Transformer 1 and Transformer and the G.I. Joe crossover. If you watched. What was the movie? I don't remember what the last Transformer was called, but basically the
Rise of the Beast.
Yeah. Rise of the Beast.
Maybe.
There was a tease that G.I. Joe is in this world. So
a very afterthought tease with a weird post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Probably the worst like post-credit scenes. No, I take it back. There's
Okay.
there's Venom, there's Morbius out there. Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, it was. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Okay. So, give me the breakdown on both these. Let's get.
Okay, so Transformers 1, this was announced years ago.
You know.
Chris Hemsworth's coming on to play Optimus Prime. This is get this. This is Orion Pax, who is Optimus Prime,
Yep.
and D16, who is Megatron.
Yep.
They're friends. They're out looking for the Matrix cube that helps them transform. So this is like an origin story. This is a Transformer movies that sounds like there's not going to be any transforming happening. So it's just very like origin stories of how these guys that were friends, but don't become, but like then they
have to have
a falling out. Okay, but no transforming is happening, or maybe like the first hour there is no transforming.
And then they can transform,
and then they transform
from one robot to another robot.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. I love Transformers. I don't know why I'm giving this such a hard,
I'm excited for Chris Hemsworth. Like, I think he'll play. I'm just excited for, and this is animated. So.
Oh, this is animated. That's a whole different story.
So like, I'm excited for just like a story outside of like
the regular Transformers. What we've had. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm all for that. To me, when it's animated, I think I'm all for something different because not that animation takes a lot more work, but there's a level to me that's like creativity, and they can do all sorts of things that we can't do
in live action.
And you look at Spider-Man, Miles Morales, or the Spider-Verse, right? All right, but Transformers G.I. Joe is live action. There's no cast, no script, no release date, no director, no writer. This is looking great.
Just like at some point during post-production of The Last Rise of the Beast, whatever it was, they were like, hey, let's bring the guy back in. Let's have a blue screen. And we'll put something. They showed that like basement, base, whatever. I think this is just an afterthought too. They're like, let's see what we can get out of it.
Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. Listen.
20 years ago, had you announced this, I would have been like, yeah, let's do it.
I know. So here's where I wanted to loop in this, okay? Between Monopoly and Hasbro also owns Monopoly, right?
Hasbro owns Monopoly, yeah.
So they also own Barbie.
Right.
So here's the thing. They own all the rights for all these characters. So for them, I think that they're probably some of the most poised people outside of Disney to just throw money at something, at a project, and see what happens, because they have, I can't remember what the technical term, but it's like multi-level market. No, you have video games, you have toys, you have board games, you have movies, you have spin-off TV shows, like in all the things that go into that aspect that helps to generate them in the mainstream. On top of that, Monopoly has created the Monopoly game on your phone, right? And so like I could easily see them doing a promo for that, which gets more people in, maybe for a couple of months or whatever, to play with friends or and whatnot, and get additional in-app charges. Like for them, this is a big win for people to just spend money.
Sure. And I think last year when the last Transformers movie came out and it didn't do well in the box office, they still made their money's worth on toys.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right? And they will always make their money's worth on toys.
I mean, how many Monopoly games can you really, like, who's out there buying all these Monopoly games?
Who has 10 hours to play Monopoly? That's my thing. Like, who has the time?
Let me ask you this. Have you ever actually finished a game of Monopoly?
Never.
No, you just throw it on the ground and you're like, shut up, Grandma!
I just remember, like, growing up, but, like, friends playing it, they would tell me, and I'm like, how do you and your parents have 9 hours to play this? Oh, we played through, like over a course of, like, 2 weeks. I'm like, where do you leave the board game? Like, I don't have room in our dining table. Like, I gotta eat 3 times a day. Like, where do you store all this?
They have 7 bedrooms, okay?
I just don't have the time for Monopoly.
Oh,
but I hear that the video, or like the game on the app is, they have like 10-minute.
Yeah, so they've, like, I've played it on my PlayStation with my daughter.
Okay.
And it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. It's faster. There's a whole bunch of like immediate stealing. You have to like run around and get the resources and then go feed it into the thing. And there's ability for people to like completely steal your property.
Yeah.
And so like then there's like other things that happen, and it happens, and you're done, and you know you move on to the next one, right? And it's a good time. Is it something that like I'm like hooked on? Absolutely not. But it was a fun time, and like I think I tried it when my daughter was still getting in, but I think that their mobile app version, like I haven't tested the mobile option. I only did the PlayStation option, and I could easily see it being a really for some individuals would be really addicting.
Yeah. Look, I get it. It's a business, but we'll see what happens. LuckyChap, Margot's production company, coming in and owning this gives me some like shimmer of hope.
Yeah.
And I think she'll do something fun with it.
But
will this be better than the Battleship movie?
Oh, I forgot about the Battleship. Oh,
Look, I never saw it. I saw the trailer. I was like, what's Rihanna doing in here? And why is what's his face? Liam Neeson, wasn't he? Was Liam Neeson in it?
Was he?
Yeah, Liam Neeson was in it.
Yeah. Liam Neeson was doing whatever at that time, dude. He was like,
Neeson continues to do whatever.
And Jesse Plemons.
I mean,
I forgot Jesse. I mean, the main Monopoly character alone, he's a more like lovable looking character.
What makes him lovable? Does he have a monocle? What makes the Monopoly man lovable? The top hat?
The fact that you want to punch him in the face because he stole your money. Because he says, do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
I'm telling you, it's going to be Will Ferrell.
Dude, of course, if it's not Will Ferrell, I'm going to be upset. All right, let's talk about Cinemacon highlights. Actually, is there anything else that we want to talk before that? Nope.
No. Let's do MCU quick highlights. So they showed Deadpool and Wolverine.
Correct.
They showed a clip from Captain America, Brave New World, and they talked about Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts with an asterisk.
Yeah.
To which Kevin Feige said, quote, "Yeah, you'll notice the asterisk on Thunderbolts. That is the official title of Thunderbolts, and we won't talk more about that until after the movie comes out."
That's dumb.
So from now on, we're gonna refer to it as Thunderbolts asterisk.
I will not.
I'm going to.
Thunderbolts asterisk. Side note. What do you?
Why?
Why freaking? Why would you do that to a movie before you even like just let it be, and then like in the title sequence throw in this asterisk?
I'm curious. I wonder if like
like behind this quote is a marketing person losing their shit.
Oh, people are talking about the asterisk, man. Oh, it's trending. That's what they're doing.
No, I was thinking like, why would he do that?
Oh.
No, we told him not to. Who put that in the slide deck? Jim, you're fired.
Yeah, so, I mean, those were the three. Deadpool and Wolverine, they showed 9 minutes of it. That's a lot. But
that's like a whole opening sequence.
Yeah. We won't go into the details because we weren't at Cinemacon. You can get on Twitter and like see whatever people that were there, secondhand comments on it. But I mean, 9 minutes of it. Slade Wilson. That's not his name. Wade. He's readjusting to normal life, selling cars. Has his birthday. His girlfriend is seeing another guy, and then he gets roped into the whole thing with the TVA that we saw in that trailer. Lots of F-bombs, everyone said.
And lots of references to other Disney properties.
Yeah, so...
Which, good on
for
Ryan Reynolds to slip those in. And...
Do you think this is going to be like a cameo fest?
I think there'll be a good portion of it, though. There'll be good cameo fests. Like they're gonna throw in who knows what curveballs. Like I don't think they'll get carried away. Well, let me backtrack there.
I think they will get.
They're gonna get carried away, but it's not gonna be like excessive. Like I think that they'll have like a good, half of a arc or something with these situations or whatever.
Yeah. See how it goes. I'm excited for it. Then Captain America: Brave New World. So Harrison Ford, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, right? Previously played by William Hurt.
Yeah.
Who passed away.
I think Harrison Ford as Ross.
I
don't think he's hard enough.
Here's the thing. My thing was when they announced that, I was like, this is great. But why are we obviously William Hurt passed away and we're going with someone who's like 8-10 years older than William Hurt. Like,
Guys, I think
why?
second week in a row that we're talking about age.
Yeah, I know. I feel like
Ageist.
I love everyone.
Listen,
How many movies are gonna get out of Harrison Ford? The guy hates to get tied down to a franchise. Okay.
yeah, but then why would he take this job?
The guy's got to pay for another pilot flying lesson that he keeps failing. But no, I just one. Why? Second, so Ross is now president. Okay, which we just had a different. What's his face? We had what's his face as president in Secret Invasion, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
Anyways, so Ross is president. Big quote is, "I want Captain America to help me rebuild the Avengers." So. And Kevin Feige said that they're kind of taking the tone from the Winter Soldier that came out 10 years ago, and this is very reminiscent to the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, I've always said, has been one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
I've been wanting Anthony Mackie in an actual Captain America role. I think it'd be nice to. I'm excited for this. I don't disagree with you, Harrison Ford. No, look, I think Harrison Ford.
He doesn't have the mustache.
He doesn't have a good enough mustache.
Also, the other thing I want, he's president, and they have an image where he's like wearing like the Air Force One.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the movie Air Force One with Harrison Ford as president?
I think I have. It's been a couple of years, so I don't remember.
There's a famous scene where he's kicking off the terrorist, and he says, "Get off my plane!" I just want that Harrison Ford squeeze that line in as president on Air Force One, and just say, "Get off my plane." Oh,
if it's not, it's a missed opportunity.
It is a missed opportunity. Last thing I want to talk about. That's it for MCU stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think good stuff overall. I think we're all a little tentative about Marvel doing stuff right now. Things have kind of shifted into a weird place. They want to do better. They want to do better for us with better storytelling and whatnot. But time lapses, and with these new people being announced, being added again to the roster, that. Like how long are you, like you were saying, are they going to be there for even the second movie? I hate to say that, but it's just one of those things. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, last thing.
It was announced that an R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adaptation of The Last Ronin is in development with Tyler Burton Smith as writer. He is writing, or he just wrote the upcoming Boy Kills World. I think that's on Netflix. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it's getting a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And our great friend Walter Hamada from Warner Brothers, who's now has his own production company, he's partnered with Paramount to do this. Did you read The Last Ronin?
I did not read The Last Ronin.
Do you know what it is about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what it's about. I just haven't got to reading it. But it's one of people. It's cherished.
Yeah,
like,
it's
among Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. I know that there's countless of versions. Of people trying to create a telling of it on YouTube and whatnot. Shout out, this is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've always been a huge fan of them. I will end up watching any Teenage Mutant Turtle movie. And I think that one for people who have been or older and can get this story told would be wonderful.
Go ahead.
The last only other thing is the fact that it's coming from Paramount is a little concerning.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they're shopping around. Are they going to be there? And if it doesn't, is this going to be another studio that cuts a block of it could be fully finished and they say nope, we need to XYZ, and you're the Z.
Yeah.
And it's out. Not that I think it would happen, but Warner Brothers Senate president and other studios could still follow suit. It's still early.
Yeah.
So
look, I like you said, I love anything Ninja Turtles, and I think this is great because you have the animated movie that came out, right? Great for all audiences, but because there's such a large fan base to Ninja Turtles, then you can do stuff like this that's a little bit more mature, more darker. For those that don't know, no spoilers, but The Last Ronin takes place 20 years from the original timeline of the Ninja Turtles. 3 out of the 4 turtles have died. One of them, I won't say who, is back in New York City and has to like figure out who's going off and killing all of these individuals. It's really good.
You read the whole?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's really good. It's a great take. And I think just last year they did a sequel to it, which I haven't read.
Oh, I think yeah.
But I'm excited for this. They didn't say though if it's animated or if it's live action, a combination of the two, or whatever it is.
I'm here for whatever.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever.
I'm down for it. I mean, I absolutely actually adored the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I thought it was phenomenal, and so I'm down for whatever.
They should just get the 80s bodysuits and have it be a continuation.
I'm not gonna lie.
Of the 80s ones.
Those suits hold up.
Do they?
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't seen it in decades. It's been a while.
Oh, dude, we might put it on the pond. We'll have to do it on the pond. It's actually the second, or Secret of the Ooze is probably hands. It's literally my childhood.
Which one is that the one where they go back in time? No,
that's the third one.
What's the third one?
The second one is like they find out about the ooze, and they like.
I need to watch those.
I don't know if I've ever watched the third one.
I have, but I watched it when I was a kid, so I need to revisit this.
Will absolutely love the second one. Anyways, we digress. All right, well, that's the new movie news for you for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to let us know what is the thing that you're most excited about from the stuff that we covered. Are you concerned about any of the MCU stuff? Or are you just hyped, or does it even matter because we're gonna get the last Ronin?
I'm excited for that last Ronin.
It's gonna be great.
We'll catch you guys next week.